broadcasting from Tower Studio. With your anchors, Katie McCoy and Ellie Pomeroy, bringing you the latest in Blugolds news. This is Blugolds News Now.
Good evening, I'm Ellie Pomerleau.
And I'm Katie McCoy.
Coming up tonight, UWC is making room for a new building on campus.
But first, Governor Evers makes some surprising statements about the Wisconsin abortion bill.
Wisconsin Democratic Governor Tony Evers says he does not plan to support abortion exceptions if the state's ban on abortion remains in place. Evers will face Republican Tim Michels, who says he would sign a bill that allows exceptions to abortion.
Evers says his reason for not signing off on these exceptions is that the 1849 bill on abortion will remain in place. The exception to the bill would include rape and incest.
As the Waukesha Parade murder trial proceeds, something unexpected happened in the courtroom. Throughout the trial's procession, Brooks has engaged in inappropriate courtroom behavior, including removing his prison shirt and putting an objection sign down his pants. However, Brooks' attitude took a turn on Monday when he apologized to the judge for his actions, saying that it wasn't the way he was raised to behave. The trial proceeded with a testimony from a band director who was at the parade and witnessed Brooks running people over. The trial continues this week.
The new COVID-19 booster shots are lagging the participation they need, and health officials are concerned. The vaccines have been available for over a month, but the CDC reports that nationwide, only 5% of the 216 million people eligible have received the vaccine. The booster is meant to target the newer variants, which are predicted to circulate this fall and winter. Cases are currently on the rise in Europe and the United Kingdom, and health officials are concerned a rise of cases is coming our way. Today, the FDA approved the use of the Moderna booster for those over the age of 6 and the Pfizer booster for those over the age of 5.
A new science building is coming to campus. Blugolds must say goodbye to the historic Phillips Science Hall. Construction to build the new Science and Health Sciences building is set to begin in the winter of 2024 with the goal of ending in the spring of 2026. Vice Chancellor of Finance and Administration, Grace Cricket, says that the new science building will open in the fall of that year. Cricket says that the most exciting part of the new science building is that it provides a wide variety of resources for students to explore and learn about.
Phillips is old. We've done a study of all of our buildings regarding how much work needs to be done to them, sometimes referred to as deferred maintenance, but maintenance, and Phillips is in the worst condition. And so our students and our community and our faculty, they deserve a state-of-the-art building, and that's what we are working towards.
Cricket says once Phillips is torn down, they'll use the space for a brand new parking lot.
Students have the chance to celebrate Latinx Heritage Month this Thursday before the month comes to a close. Multicultural Student Services is hosting a Latin Heritage and Hispanic Culture celebration. This event will take place from 5 to 7 p.m. in the Dakota Ballroom and includes live music and dancing. Free food from various Latinx countries will be provided.
On Monday, UW celebrated Indigenous Peoples Day. People gathered at the Chippewa Lounge along the river to appreciate Indigenous culture. People also had the opportunity to check out culturally inspired fashion pieces. The Naga Social Club held a fashion show to show off these pieces and spread awareness about Indigenous fashion. The Fry Bread Factory food truck was also on location for the celebration.
Students and community members are free to dance with the stars, courtesy of the on-campus Planetarium. The UWEC Planetarium, located at the center of the James Newman Clark Bird Museum within Phillips Science Hall, was built in the 1960s. It hosts both public and private shows. Director of the Planetarium, Dr. Bill Wolf, says that he wants explorers to come out of the experience with a sense of wonder and knowledge.
With something that they can go out and point to the sky and see. So usually we'll point out what are some of the most prominent things you could go out that are bright enough that even in the city lights you could find. So for instance, tonight I'll talk about the summer triangle, which you could probably pick out even on a kind of murky night.
Public shows are on every Thursday at 7 p.m. until December 15th. Admission to Blast Off is $5, which must be paid in cash.
Blugolds will be taking the stage this weekend in a performance of the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee. The The show centers around kids pining for the championship spelling bee of a lifetime. You can come watch them spell their way through crazy shows this weekend and next Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at the Pablo Center. Director of the show, Elizabeth Tanner, says the cast is looking forward to presenting their hard work for family and friends. She says, quote, "The cast and crew have worked seamlessly together to create characters that are coming from the very heart of their characters, and they hope the audience enjoys the show," end quote.
QFest returns to UW-Eau Claire next week for the first time since the pandemic began. QFest is a student-run and curated film festival. Each year, the Gender and Sexuality Resource Center, or GSRC, sends 11 students as well as 3 faculty and staff to San Francisco. The group attends Frameline, the world's largest queer film festival, and then selects the films that will play at QFest back in Eau Claire. The festival starts next Tuesday and runs until Saturday. You can check out the showings in Davies and at the Pablo Center. All shows are free and open to the public.